journalists. One of them was Edward R. Murrow, who eloquently captured the power of television when he said, "This instrument can teach, it can illuminate, yes, and even it can inspire. But it can do so only to the extent that humans are determined to use it to those ends. Otherwise, it's nothing but wires and lights in a box. There is a great and perhaps decisive battle to be fought against ignorance, intolerance, and indifference. This weapon of television could be useful. To Mr. Murrow, we will try to use it well and with integrity." For all of us at CBS News, I'm Norah O'Donnell. Good night.
Hey guys, welcome to 美国音标英语口语秘方. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a little secret about how to speak English. So in a few weeks or a few months, you guys will be able to speak English just like I do. You don't believe me, do you? Of course you don't. If anybody tells me that I could speak English in a few weeks, even a few months, or a few years, I wouldn't believe that at all, because I myself have struggled for about 40 years. 2 years in high school, 8 years in Tsinghua University in Beijing, and then 3.5 years in the University of Cambridge in England, and finally nearly 30 more years in the United States. And after nearly 40 years, I spoke English just like this. Let's listen. So clearly you can tell I spoke English just like any Chinese in China or a Chinese immigrant here in the US. So that's a very typical standard way of speaking Chinese English. So if somebody told me that I could improve my spoken English in a few weeks or a few months, I wouldn't believe that at all, not at all, until I actually did it. In the last few months, I actually did it. So then I just feel like, wow, that's unbelievable. That's really magical. So now I actually believe magic now. So it can be done if you know the little secret. So let me show you guys the difference between my old way of speaking and my new way of speaking. So let's listen to my way of speaking again. Okay, so the difference between then and now is that then, before, I was speaking using my mouth. So the voice comes from my mouth. So essentially, I was doing just open and close my mouth like this. Is Mr. Smith an American? Is Mr. Smith an American? So it's all from the mouth and a lot of movement here. And now, if you watch me speaking here, you notice I'm not using my mouth much at all. Here it doesn't really move that much. What I'm doing is actually speaking from here. Is Mr. Smith an American? Is Mr. Smith an American? Is Mr. Smith an American? So it's all from here. That's a huge change. And I did that in about 6 to 9 weeks. So depending on how much effort you guys put in, you could do that faster, or you could do that a bit slower, maybe 6 months. And besides,